So just like diabetes, nutrition does not exist in isolation. There are so many variables that can impact what foods you have access to, what foods you like to eat. So when we're looking at nutrition, we have to remember the whole person. And you also have to remember what makes you feel good. It's not this kind of black and white thing. There's a lot of nuance when it comes to nutrition.
I know as someone who was diagnosed 20 years ago, and I sat down with the first dietitian I saw in my first nutrition session, I feel like some stigma started there with, okay, you can't have these certain foods, or you can only have a little bit of these foods, during the day. And it made me feel like food was bad for me.
There's a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of lack of education surrounding nutrition and diabetes. So people look at you and they say, you can't have anything that's a carb, you can't have any sweets. So to me, the best thing would be you get people's insight. Cool, thanks so much for sharing your opinion, and just do whatever you were planning on doing in the first place.
I am answering the question today, can you eat that? I get this question a little too often, so I always try to set the record straight. I tell people, yes, I can. I use artificial insulin through a pump that can give me this amazing life-saving key that unlocks the carbohydrates I eat. And as long as I have my insulin locked and loaded and ready to go, I can eat whatever I want.
To ensure that I'm having a sustainable focus when it comes to nutrition, for me, it's really about constantly checking in with myself about my choices and making sure that it really feels good and aligned with what I like and what feels good for me.
I would definitely say it's about balance. You wanna be able to enjoy it. I feel like restriction just leads to a lot of truly bad situations and a lot of disordered behaviors around food. And as people with diabetes, we already have such a food focus that we don't really have a choice. We have to be focused on it.
So if you feel like you're constantly confused, frustrated, or obsessed with what is going on your plate, it's a great sign to reach out to your doctor, to a dietitian, to a therapist, to your healthcare team to see if there are resources that can help you overcome before this becomes a bigger issue.
You're not perfect. No one's perfect. And that's great, because that means there's always room to try new things, and there's always room to forgive yourself if things don't go the way that you want. And it just makes life that much more fun if you're not worried about every little mistake.
Mindful eating to me is really about eating with intention, making sure that you're eating in a place where you truly feel calm and you truly feel like you can take a deep breath and rest. This is not only going to help you enjoy your food more, but it's also going to help with digestion and help prevent some of those, kind of stomach aches that some people can get when they're trying to eat on the go or eat really quickly. The biggest tip I have if you're looking to change nutrition habits is start small. The smallest changes are going to be the ones that really stick. So I always like to think about adding to nutrition versus taking away. So just start adding more veggies to your meal. Start adding a piece of fruit with your breakfast.
There are ways to enjoy your favorite sweet treats, and this is where I think portion sizes come into play.
I think so many habits absolutely start at home, and then you can take those habits with you when you're outside of your home. It makes it much easier to kind of take that leap or take that jump, and maybe doesn't feel as challenging.